Good morning, witches. The ritual rave yesterday was so much fun. Like, I'm leading with that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably should, because it is exactly what it sounds like, only so much better. And yesterday's ritual, that was probably one of the most powerful ones that we've done yet. And to be able to work with that much energy, with that many witches all over the world, moving in synchronicity and celebrating community. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good, and I love it when witches invite their kids to join in, because it's like, they get it. They get what we're doing a lot more than we do as adults. And so they're really, really good at what it is that we're doing, the kind of magic that we're working. And it's just it was so good. It was so good. So big thank you for all the witches that showed up. I know that it can be scary to do something new and different like that, especially when it comes to our relationship with movement, because we've had a lot of social conditioning that has created these blockages and places that we are bound, again, with regards to our relationship with movement, especially when there's the possibility that we could be seen by others. And of course, at the ritual rave, you can turn your screen off. You don't have to be like seen by everybody, but it's so cool to look up and see so many witches just getting down in their kitchen, and it was great. I'm still, like, all beaming about it. Okay, and you can be a part of another coven and participate in the ritual rave. This isn't a it's a radically inclusive space where witches from any tradition and any level of experience can come together in collective magical working. So so there. Enough about that. I'm about to do a divination ceremony. And we do this divination ceremony every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I've been doing it for 3 years now and still haven't come up with a name for this divination ceremony. So I don't know what that says about this, but I love it. I love being able to connect with you on a consistent and regular basis. I love being helpful. in the way that I am, even though I know it's very pokey, the things that I tend to talk about, but that's due to the nature of the work that I do. The question that we are asking is, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? And happy new moon, witches. All right. So I am going to do what I do to get my system prepared for divination. You do what you do, and then we'll meet on the other side. This is a participatory circle. So you can also be pulling cards as well. We can do this together. I'm pulling for the collective. You can dial that into your specific flow. Okay. And then we're going to all be posting in the comments what cards we pull so that you can see that we are a lot more connected than we've been made to believe. And it's when we give ourselves opportunities like this that we're able to get that sweet, sweet validation that we all need, but don't want to admit that we need. Okay. Here we go. Stim if you need to. This divination ceremony is specially curated for neurodivergent magical practitioners. Specifically, black sheep cycle breaking queerdos. All right. Oop, I knew I was going to drop it. Quite the balancing act. If you've never worked with these candles before. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space, for our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make a declaration of intention. What are we doing? I choose now, in this moment, to align with my whole self. To pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power. And I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour. Because I am home. All right, let's do this. Where does our attention need to be today to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? Hello. I can hear Morgana shuffling. Were you shuffling? I could hear them shuffling in the other room. Morgana is our mod god for the day, as we have so many witches traveling, or in the middle of traveling. So we are unsupervised right now with a worldwide platform. It's great. We got some brave co-conspirators. Again, we're asking, where does our attention need to be today to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? I will remind you, Versailles, that you said that. I'm looking forward to having you guys at Weird Brook so you can come and see what is life like when you only engage with neurodivergent witches. When that's like your primary um like it's a whole different culture, and it's so much more fun than the alternative, I tell you what. All right. The Chariot reversed. I'm trying not to uh influence you with my initial interpretation of this card. I don't want to influence your initial interpretation. This is the card that we pulled. I'm going to read the prompt that's written on this card. This is the Tarotorial deck by Raven and Rogue. And then I'm going to let you brew on it for a minute before I influence your interpretation, because the way that you, the way that your guides communicate to you through your own lens. And it's very important when you're on a path to repairing that relationship that you actually prioritize your like inside information over some stranger on the internet telling you what it's supposed to be. Okay. I know. Weird Brook is in the United States of embarrassment. Like, we're a stone's throw from Canada, but it's complicated stuff. But we will be ready for you when the dust settles. Okay. Are we ready? You may have a lack of focus or willpower, and perhaps you've lost a sense of your place. The Chariot reversed may signify that you will soon rein in your impulses, courage, or control. Let this serve as a wake up call that you need to stop taking everything laying down. And then the upright is, you're overcoming trials and regaining control. Strength and willpower are vital to ensuring victory through the path of obstacles ahead. The key message is that you need to maintain focus to emerge successfully in this next phase. Stay the course and follow your plan with confidence. Do you need me to read that again? So brew on that, and then I will go into my interpretation. I am brewing too. We're all going to brew. You want me to read it again? Okay. So I'm going to read the reversed again. You may have a lack of focus or willpower, and perhaps you've lost a sense of your place. The Chariot reversed may signify that you will soon rein in your impulses, courage, or control. Let this serve as a wake up call that you need to stop taking everything laying down. I like start flicking cards all over the place. That's fun. That's a great way to start the reading. Okay. So if I take into account the season, right? For the Northern Hemisphere witches, it is we are like tiptoeing or toeing the line of the summer solstice, which is a very high energy time, very busy, lots of growth, lots of big changes happening. Uh, and we pulled the chariot in reverse the way that we did. So the vibe that I'm getting from this card is like when you're like, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing. I finally have the willpower and courage to do it. I'm gonna do the thing. And so you do the thing, and then it starts taking off, and you've got that, like, panic of, "Oh my god, it's happening." Like, the thing. This is the thing, and when those shifts start happening, we get to where, like, it's almost like this panic, and so we pour even more in to kinda keep it all going, and it's really common to kinda lose your sense of self in all of that, right? Or your sense of purpose. You're like your North Star because you're so focused on the task at hand and accomplishing what needs to be accomplished for the task to happen or for the thing to happen. Um, this card is about your relationship with that, like that go time. How do you do that? Right? Are you 'Cause with this reverse like this, what I'm getting is this imagery of, like, you're spinning a bunch of plates, but if you stop to think about all the plates that you're spinning, you're gonna, like, drop them, and you feel like you gotta just, like, keep going. Uh, and that's great and all. It's great that it's so busy and there's so much happening, but if you take a moment to just a moment to pause and ask yourself, am I what is the highest and best use of my time? You don't have to spin all of the plates, right? That's leaning toward that, like, control freak concept. You don't have to be spinning all the plates, right? Your ambition is wonderful, but creating systems that are sustainable for you is more important than you, like, taking doing all of the things, all right? So now's the time to really look at, what's the highest and best use of my time, uh, and trusting how this unfolds, right? Because as all this growth is happening, everything's shifting around it, and things that we thought it was going to happen might not happen like that. This is where, like, the travel issues or, like, feeling like you're uh not really going anywhere, but everything's moving so fast that it's kind of disorienting. So to find your footing again, we need to look at, like, remind yourself of what your North Star is. What are you really trying to do to weigh everything against that? Um, for me, my North Star is, am I doing this in a way that I am proud of? Am I able to engage in a way that I am proud of? And if I can't do that, if I'm not able to engage in a way I'm proud of, it's a no, like, period. Okay. That's going to help you regain your equilibrium. Um, so figuring out what is your North Star? What do you really want? It might not necessarily be, I want to um, complete my degree. It could be, I want to feel accomplished. Do you see that there's a shift there? You're going for a feeling signature because what if something happens and you're not actually able to complete your degree? Is that going to send you into a tailspin? Right? As long as you've got your North Star. I am feeling accomplished. I'm still feeling accomplished. Does this make sense, guys? Mhm. This is what Heather said of regaining equilibrium after you launch. That's what we're talking about, right? And I know that it's very hard when everything's moving so fast. It's not like you feel that like it's not like you're feeling like you need a break right now. What you're feeling is, I got to get it done. Got to get it done. Got to get it done. So that's when you, as the advocate for your system, you park it for a minute and consider what's going on, weigh it to your North Star. Am I still on track? Am I just like throwing darts and hoping they hit something? Okay. Where are you going? What is your North Star? Yeah. Okay. Now we got to look at what we're in resistance to or in denial of that is got us in a bit of a tailspin right now. The Four of Wands reversed. So this is the card. Four of Wands reversed. I'm going to read. I'm going to check for critter glitter before I put my glasses on. All right. You're celebrating a personal achievement, or you may have reached a greater level of peace or balance within yourself. The reverse Four of Wands can also have some negativity, however. There may be a break in communication at home with your loved ones. You may have uncertainty with relationships there. Take time to mend relationships or let go of any that are damaging. Remember that we're in resistance to or in denial of this. And the Four of Wands upright is returning home or being with the people and places most familiar with you can be soul enriching. Take this time to soak up the bliss and appreciate the good things in life. This is a good time to work on renovating or redecorating your home space. Do you need me to read that reverse again? I'm going to just do it again. You're celebrating a personal achievement, or you may have reached a greater level of peace or balance within yourself. The reverse Four of Wands may also have some negativity, however. There may be a break in communication at home with your loved ones, or you may have uncertainty with relationships there. Take time to mend relationships or let go of any that are damaging. So, what does that mean to you? All right. So, we got to think about this card in relationship with this Chariot card with our other reading, right? So if we come back to this Chariot experience, right? We're launched. We have launched into this change. We're making significant changes. Things are happening really fast. And when that happens, who's the most affected by that? Right? It's your close relationships, right? And when your life has taken off like this, you've launched like this, how has that influenced your closest relationships? Because sometimes what happens, I'm going to poke you in two different ways. uh, when we get really, really busy, those we love the most are influenced the most by that. And we need to remember to nurture those relationships and to actually include those relationships in our to-do list if we have to. A lot of us, again, neurodivergent, out of sight, out of mind, we get caught up in something and hyperfixate on something, and everyone else in the world just disappears. So, if you took a moment today to just like check in with those relationships, hey, I miss you. I know I've been busy. I'm thinking about you. That goes a long way. Just, you know, it's almost like you're giving them the answer because they miss you. And not all of them are going to understand why or know why. So giving them the why is going to help help them so they're not making up their own stories about why you have completely abandoned them. Okay? Another thing that happens when you get really busy and you're like launching into the life of your dreams, you are going to start seeing real quick the incompatible relationships, the relationships that you had that were benefiting on you remaining as you were. Right? And sometimes all those relationships need is some time to transition. It's not as common as we just had super unhealthy boundaries in in some kind of interpersonal relationship. And when we start following our dreams and following the kind of life that we want to live, those people don't want you to do that. And so whether consciously or subconsciously, it doesn't matter. They still do it. They try to keep you to how you were, regardless of how unhappy you were. Right? They want to keep what they love uh close. So those kind of relationships need to be sorted in some way. I'm not saying you have to like cut them out of your life, but um it's okay to put a pause on a relationship even and those healthy boundaries of I know this is upsetting you, but I have to do this and I'm going to do this and you can come with me in this and be supportive, or we're going to need to take a break until I can have more time to invest in this relationship, right? You can actually say those things. And so that's pinging pretty hard, right? So, congratulations on your launch. It's very exciting. If it hasn't happened already, it's about to. Okay. Pay close attention as close as you can to your closest relationships. And, are you neglecting the relationship in some way? Or is someone trying to keep you small because they don't want you to change? So, looking at those both sides of that coin is going to help you have that foundation to launch in a way that is sustainable. Right. Yeah. Yep. That's our reading for the day. And it's my Friday. So I'm going to have like a day off, as much of a day off as you can have living on a homestead with a whole house full of witches, because we got witches showing up all week for our summer solstice festivities. I've been baking all morning in preparation. The house smells amazing. But there is much to do. So I'm going to dive back into it. I will see you again on Wednesday. Wednesday is when I read from my grimoire. I read from the grimoire of the ungovernable, and we hang out for a couple hours and talk about what is in the book and your life. And I will be joined by other members of the Unbound. They have been practicing the tradition that is outlined in the Grimoire of the Ungovernable for a minimum of 4 years. So you're able to get their perspective as well when you ask those questions. And yeah, we have so many events, so many things going on all of the time. Again, this is an international community. I could sit here for 30 minutes and still not cover all of the stuff that's going on in 1 week. That's why we keep directing you to the app space that we created. In the app space that we created, there's a tab that has events on it, and you can RSVP to any of those events. You can learn about what to expect there. So much free public content, like so much. So go to the app space. If you're ready to actually repair your relationship with community in a community that doesn't tell you what to do with your life, but will give you advice when you give consent to have advice given to you. Anyway, come check us out. All right. I am going to let you guys go. Let's close out this working. And then I will see you again on Wednesday when you come to the book reading. It would be so great. Hand on your heart. Take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, witches, until I see you again, if you can't be good at it. Bye.